Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation. And today we are back again with the U.S. Cup. Back again, trying to make a run. Few minor details. Once again, Patrick Lee is a monster on the training field. A perfect 10.0 in training this week. I don't know what to do other than to praise young Patrick. So there we go. Appreciate your praise. Thank you very much. He now has, he's the perfect player. Apparently, he now has perfect motivation, perfect training. He came on the field 2 games ago and played a nearly perfect game. So the future is bright for Patrick Lee. The MLS has taken notice. They've come in with a couple of transfer or trades for him, not transfer bids, but trade proposals. But he's not the only one. We've had another couple of trade proposals. Take a look at our transfer history and all trades. And here we go. We have traded Kenny Walker, the guy who I couldn't remember he was even on the team. Colorado came in with an offer for a second-round pick for Kenny Walker. I figured, why not? Just another reserve central midfielder that we weren't particularly using. I mean, he was handy to have on the bench. He was a decent enough player. Decent physicals, some tackling and some passing. But really, nothing to write home about. God bless him. Let him go to Colorado. That's fine. We got people who can make up for that. But other than that, it's all about the U.S. Cup and today's 4th round matchup versus the New York Red Bulls. And this is where the board wanted us. The board wanted us to minimally reach the 4th round, and here we are. And now we're looking to see if we can go farther, if we can have another miracle like we did last year. You know, this run in the U.S. Cup, if you remember my first episode, this is what put FC Cincinnati on the map. And I'm going to try to focus on this competition every year if we can to try and win the thing, because I think that would mean a lot to FC Cincinnati, mean a lot to their fans, and it would be a very, very outstanding accomplishment for such a young franchise. So we're going to work on that in the upcoming seasons, and we'll see how far we can get this season. Who knows? Sky is the limit. If these MLS teams don't take it seriously, especially in the 4th round, maybe by the time we get to the finals or semifinals, they'll take it seriously. But right now, who knows? New York might be embroiled in some sort of run. Let's take a look at said Red Bulls. They're now 2nd in the Eastern Conference currently. How's their schedule looking? They're looking like they're on a pretty good run here. Undefeated in their last 8 games, going all the way back to April. May 31st was their last loss, 3-0 to Orlando City. Since then, they've got 6 wins and 2 draws. So they're playing very, very well. They just played New England 3 days ago. They play Columbus 4 days from now. So they've got time to recover. So they could play a full squad if they wanted to. So we're going to have to prepare for that. And speaking of full squad, who the heck is on their full squad? Well, we've done some scouting. We know some of their players. They have a problem at left back, apparently. They've got a grayed out player there at reserve left back. Yeah, they've got an interesting lineup here. They've got some pretty good players. Of course, Luis Robles in goal. He's a very good goalkeeper. Murillo, Tim Parker, Kamar Lawrence at left back. He's a very good young player. Davis, Tyler Adams. He can switch over to play right back if necessary. He's playing in the midfield this season. Good for him. That's sort of a step in the right direction for young Tyler Adams. They picked up Retzkowski, a lone player from somewheres or another. German player from, of course, FC Red Bull Salzburg. Are they still called Red Bull Salzburg? I don't know, but they're part of that whole fraternity of Red Bull clubs. Romero Gamara, De Royer, Martins. So they've got, let's face it, they're a lot better than we are, top to bottom. They got a lot more stars than us, but we'll see if they can put it all together or not. So let's get to the getting. And I'm going to keep with the same formation. I thought of dropping back to a more defensive formation, but thinking back to earlier this season, it just didn't work. The defensive, the counter-attacking, and all that stuff, we just don't have the players for it. We don't have the speed and the, I don't know what it is, the aggression, I guess, to play the counter-attack. It just doesn't work for this club right now. So we're going to go with our current formation, keep it on attack, and see what we can do. We have all this scouting to do, which I'm holding off because of the money situation. I just don't want to send scouts all over the place to scout players that we're probably never going to use. So we have a little bit of an issue in the medical center. Flores is still injured. Village and McLaughlin are back, but we got to be careful about them. U.S. Cup, and looky here, the MLS clubs have joined the fray. Atlanta versus RSL, Orlando versus DC United, and New York versus Cincinnati. Get to our match preview here. Evens? Is this what I'm looking at? We are even with Red Bulls. I'm pretty sure they're one of the teams that we beat last year in this competition. They've got some injuries. Bradley Wright Phillips is out. Colin is out. Connor Ladd is out. Fidel Escobar also out. We still have Pacanate and Dennis Flores who are out. Okay. We're playing at home. Playing in Nippert Stadium. Outstanding. Breezy and 80 degrees. Should be a beautiful, beautiful day here in Cincinnati. Three Rivers. And, this is what we're going with. We're sticking to our guns. So let's submit that team. A couple guys lacking match sharpness. It's to be expected when we've been playing nothing but friendlies for the past 3 months. But here we go. Starting lineup. Richie back in goal. Clute. Egbasamo. Yeah, I'll remember that name one of these days. Anyway, Okogu, he had a bit of an injury earlier, but he's back to full speed, no problem. Newman at right back, Alash and Ryan in the midfield, and the C-Bone coming right back off of injury. We're throwing him into the mix. If he gets injured, we'll move things around, but for now we need him because that advanced midfielder role is we're thin there. So we're bringing him right off the injured list and throwing him right back into the game. Ledesma on the left, McLaughlin back on the right, and Adi up top, of course. And it's looking pretty much they've made a few changes. They have made a few changes. Mira in goal. Still have Kamar Lawrence on the left, Murillo on the right, Long and Parker still in the central defense, but Davis has now moved into the midfield with Tyler Adams. Royer, Starman, Romero, who is this? Alejandro Romero Gamara, 23-year-old Paraguayan. He actually looks pretty good. Attacking midfielder. He is their highest rated player. No, I didn't want to click on him. I want to see what the star... They still haven't fixed it from FM19. I'm upset. I'm very much upset with that. I would really like just the stats to show up here. Anyway, Mule on the right. That's a big change. And then Martin's up top, their leading goal scorer. So the big change, I guess, is at right wing with Mule and at goalkeeper with Mira. So we'll see what they do with those little changes. Hand over to the assistant. Good job. Opposition instructions. Let's go. We definitely want to close down on the people we need to close down upon. Kamara, close down on him. Mule, why not? Tyler Adams and Murillo looks like they're both coming forward. I meant Kamar Lawrence, not Tyler Adams. Kamar Lawrence and Murillo looks like they're both coming forward. Yeah, all right, so that's good. Let's get to the kickoff. Here we are. Looks like a pretty full house. Well, maybe not. There's lots of empty seats. Lots of empty seats. So we probably have maybe 25 of the 40,000 or 30. We'll have to check the attendance. I didn't look before the game to see what the attendance is. See what our overall attendance is this season. I'd be curious. Because, the last couple of years they've been pulling in crowds for the U.S. Cup. Larger than most other stadiums around the league and around the country. 20, 30,000 fans for a U.S. Cup game is pretty good. Here we are. First highlight. We are in the blue, of course, McLaughlin. Bringing it downfield. Centers. Adi. Heads it down. Ledesma. Yes. That's Adi doing his thing again. He's a support man. I'd love for him to be a scorer, but if he can do this, go up and get the big cross from McLaughlin, heads it down straight to the feet of Ledesma. Easy peasy past the goalkeeper. Okay, we don't need 3 replays. 1 replay is enough, I think. There we are. Ledesma showing that quality. Said at the beginning that he's probably one of the few guys on this roster who's going to be around when we make it to MLS. Ledesma, Adi, Alash, Ryan, Agasamunde, possibly, Okogu, probably, Richie in a reserve role, I'm sure, Klute, possibly in a reserve role. We'll see. Most of the guys we bring will be in reserve roles, hopefully. But here's Okogu. Bombing it downfield for Adi on the run. Parker with a penalty. We will not have Corbin Bone taking that, or maybe we will. I guess that is... Now, let's have Ledesma take it. There we go. Ledesma will take the penalty. Corbin coming right back from the injury. He is good at specialty teams. But, you know what? Let's not risk it. Let's get Ledesma. Okay, that was my fault. We should have been up 2-0 on that one. Guess I should have let C-Bone take it. We'll give it to him again if he does. If we get another penalty, we'll let the C-Bone take it, whether he's limping or not. He's got a bad foot. We'll see. It's not like they were that different in terms of ability, right? 13 composure for C-Bone. That's pretty good. Here's Ryan now. McLaughlin. The right. No, intercepted, but there's Noonan. Gets it right back to Adi. Point blank. We're getting all the highlights here. This is good. I don't think they expected us to come out and attack. Right now I'm a little flustered on the call. Here's Ledesma. Sends it in. Headed out by Parker, but Adi's going to gather it in. He can get it right back to Ledesma, but he doesn't. It's to Ryan. Ryan is tackled. No card, but we're going to get a free kick. Is this Ledesma taking it? It is. Number 45. Just like Michael Jordan. There it is. Another free kick goal. SI is overcompensated yet again. They love to do that. They love going from one version of the game to the other. They love overcompensating for things. And last year, penalty kicks were mostly, or free kicks were mostly useless. And this year they're pretty dominant. Chris Klute's got a bit of an injury there. Twisted knee. See if he can make it to halftime. McLaughlin. We've already got one injury at left back. Here's Ryan bombing it ahead. Ledesma. Oh, a terrible header. Adi intercepts. Ledesma recovers. We have New York on the back foot. Ryan to McLaughlin. He's got Adi in the middle. They can't pass it to Adi, but he makes the best of it. 3-0 over New York. Look out. We're charging our way into the next round. This is like, Mississippi all over again. 3-0 up. We're scoring a goal every 10 minutes again. Adi, 2 men on him. Doesn't matter. He turns and fires. How about this? I hope this game's on ESPN. Chris Klute limping around at 54%. Getting a little better. He's got a 7.2 rating. We're going to leave him out there till halftime if possible. Just because of our weakness at left back. We do have a reserve on the bench, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's not no deal. All right. So who do we got on the bench? We've got Blake Smith. Bit of an all-rounder here. 3-star player. I mean, he's not bad. Nice pace. Bit of an offensive player. Corners, crossing, and dribbling are his best technical skills. Long throw and passing. Defensively, he's below average. So we're going to take a little bit of a hit defensively over Klute. But we got our left back on attack right now. So Blake Smith is the man for the job. We could even... No, that's fine. That's fine. Other than that, I don't think there's any changes we want to make. So that's good. Everybody else is playing so good. Pep talk. Let's be passionate. Very happy. Keep it up. Let us go. All right. No comebacks here. I know we're still on attack, but we're going to keep them on the back foot if we can. First highlight of the half ends quickly. Let's see how the clock rolls. Ratings are still very good. Ledesma and Adi leading the way at 8.1. Davis playing terribly. Murillo injured for New York. Their whole defense is playing poorly. Their whole team is playing poorly. Nobody is above a 6.7 for their goalkeepers, their highest rated player. You know that's never good. They're anxious. They're nervous. Looks like they're trying to press forward. So something we might want to do is drop back a wee bit. Just drop the defensive line back, and yeah, I think we're okay with that. Yep. All right, confirm those changes. There's no need to press high if they're going to start bombing it forward. Here's Lawrence with a throw into Kaku. Kaku's in the game. Lawrence, see if he can make a play. Ratzkowski to Royer. New York is getting their first real highlight of the game. It's not much. Long shot from Royer that goes well wide. If that's what constitutes a highlight, I'm happy with that. We're beating them right now 14 shots to 7. 7 on target to 1. 56% possession's pretty good. Their coach is trying to fire them up. They fired up the goalkeeper and Mule, fired up their 2 substitutes, but everybody else is looking a little anxious. Here's Ledesma, corner, far side, bends one in, but Mira, the goalkeeper, is there to grab it for New York. 75 minutes down. New York still has a long way to go if they want to make this a competitive match. We shall see. Seen it before, all a team needs is like one goal to break the stalemate, and they can get it moving. Here's Martins now on the run, cuts inside, centers to Kaku. That was too easy. That was just horrific defending right there. So Mule just pumps it ahead. Martins beats our new left back easily, cuts inside the left. He cuts inside everybody. I don't know where our defenders were. They were not playing where they should be. Kamara's getting too much space. Okay, we'll close down on him. Still, 3-1. 79.5 minutes down. Still got plenty of cushion right now. If they score another goal, we'll get, we'll get worried. But for now, we're okay. Smith, our substitute we were forced to bring in, is, our worst player at the moment. Here's Connor Lod throwing it in. Ryan intercepts. Ledesma heads it back to Alash. Here we go, Ledesma moving it downfield across midfield. Plenty of space. Gets tackled by Adams. They're going to try to start the counterattack. No good. Alash has it. Smith. Seabone trying to move it forward. He does. He finds Ryan with plenty of space, but Ryan doesn't feel like running into that space. He's more of a set position kind of guy. We're kind of bunched up in the midfield right now. Bone isn't getting forward for whatever reason. That's a great pass. Out wide to Newman. Newman, though, tackled by Kamar Lawrence. There's a penalty. Okay, so now they want Ledesma to take it, and now we're going to tell him to let Bone take it. So we'll see. Nope, Ledesma took it. We couldn't get it off in time. Here's Ledesma. There he goes. He redeems himself after the original miss. That was a bit of a shaky penalty. I didn't really see much in terms of a penalty up there. It's barely inside the box. It seemed like a good tackle to me, but we'll take the charity. 4-1. That should cement the 4th round victory. Parker on a 6.0 rating. Just raised himself to a 6.2. Their whole team is nervous and anxious. 1 minute left to stoppage time. Outstanding victory for FC Cincinnati. Adams' shot is blocked. Lod has it. His cross is blocked. Alash is going to bomb it downfield. Redding intercepts for New York. 30 seconds to go. Lod has it out wide. He's getting swarmed by 3 defenders. Sends it back post, but Smith is there. McLaughlin bombs it ahead. Adi wide open. Adi behind the defense. One-on-one with the keeper. Oh, his shot is deflected, but Mira makes a nice reflex save there. Corner near side should be the final highlight. 13 seconds overdue. Seabone sends one back post. Lod knocks it out of there, and there's the highlight. There's the end of the highlight, the end of the game, the end of time. 4-1. Outstanding victory. Ledesma. Hat-trick, right? Yeah, hat-trick. 8 minutes, 33 minutes, and then 87-minute penalty. Adi with a goal. Ledesma with a missed penalty, but he made up for it with the hat-trick. So, outstanding game. Crushed New York Red Bulls, and we're moving on to the 5th round. Outstanding, boys. Outstanding. Very happy with the result and the way you played. Can't ask for much better than that. Atlanta United beats RSL 3-1. Cincinnati beats New York 4-1, in case you missed it. Orlando City 1-0 over DC. Okay. Inbox. Cruise to a historic. The orange and blue cruise to a historic 4-1 victory. Outstanding. Cincinnati win the 4th cup round. Of course we do. Clute injured, out for a week. Smith makes his debut. That's fine. Ledesma, very classy. Let's praise his performance. 3 goals, 9.4 rating, 8.1 miles covered. You were superb in front of goal. Keep it up. He's now at perfect attendance as well. Let's get to the social feed. See what the next round looks like in the competition. U.S. Cup 4th round finishes. Well, no, it doesn't even finish. That was just that weekend's worth of games. There's still a ton of games left. LAFC going against Portland Juniors. Portland and Colorado, St. Louis, LA, Philadelphia, San Jose. All the big boys are playing now. North Carolina's in there versus New England. Indy 11. Oh, Indy 11 and Sacramento, so there's still one lower division matchup there. Swope Park versus Lehigh Valley. There's a team you don't expect to be in here. An amateur team. Lehigh Valley United. Where do they even play? They play in the Mid-Atlantic Division of the PDL. Do they even have any players? They have a few players. They got a lot of amateur players. So this is like a team where some of your draft picks might come from these guys. So they might have a good team, you know. So let's get a team report. Why not? Your scouts are in the process of compiling a team report. Let's see what they're all about. Why not? All right. So we still have a long way to go in the U.S. Cup, but our first major hurdle has been cleared with ease. Dismantling the Red Bulls 4-1 right from the get-go. Look at those ratings. Bone didn't play that well, 6.9, but still, for a guy coming off an injury, not too bad. Adi, Ledesma, McLaughlin killing it with an 8.0 rating, so that's pretty good. All right, so we'll come back next time. I don't think we're gonna find out who we play for a little while here. We still got a ton of games left to be played. So we'll come back next episode with a mystery opponent. Who knows? Could be MLS team, could be not. So we'll see. But until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.